It was a humid Friday night, back in 2019. Me and three of my closest boys were hanging out in my basement, just looking for a way to kill the boredom. We'd smoked plenty of weed before, but this was different. One of my friends, Leo, pulls out this small purple container. "It's Salvia," he said. 10x extract, just one hit and you're gone. I'd heard the stories, people becoming chairs, people living entire lives in other dimensions. I thought it was all just cap, just people over-exaggerating for the internet. I was arrogant. I thought I could handle anything. So I took the pipe. I took one deep hit, held it in for 10 seconds. And before I could even exhale, the room started to vibrate. The walls didn't just blur, they started to fold. Suddenly, I wasn't in my basement anymore. I wasn't even a person. I felt my body flatten out. I felt my skin turn into thin, dry parchment. I became a page. One single page in a massive, infinite book that stretched across the entire universe. I could feel the pages on either side of me. To my left was a version of my life where I never took that hit. To my right was a version where I never woke up. We were all pressed together so tight I couldn't even scream. And then, the hand started turning us. Every time a page turned, a whole decade went by. I watched myself grow old, get married, and die. Over and over again, in the split second it took for the paper to flip. The sound was the worst part. A deafening crack like a whip every time the hand moved a page. I spent what felt like 1,000 years as page 42. I forgot my name. I forgot I ever had a mother. I was just black ink on a sheet of paper. Then, without warning, the book slammed shut. I woke up on my basement carpet, gasping for air, clutching my chest. My friends were laughing. Leo looked at his watch and said, "Whoa, you were out for like 40 seconds. 40 seconds for them, a literal eternity for me. Now, every time I hear a book close, or the wind rustles a piece of paper in a quiet room, my heart skips a beat. I feel my skin start to get thin, and I realize I'm still